mother and father?
Everybody. I wanted to give you background.
How old are you?
26.
Okay.
All right. Did you have braids?
Say that one more time.
Okay. 26. I'm trying to remember. Okay. You got to work. You got to work at. What is frustrating you that you have to work against what?
I feel like I have to work against the narrative that is set for Black women that we are just angry and loud and upset and pretty much everything that you kind of talk about in your show.
All right. So the narrative, is it a narrative or does it play itself? Why? Okay. Well, there's part of narrative, but then you have to ask yourself your lived reality. I took that little straw poll. Are Black women happy? Are the majority of Black women happy or angry today? What's your
I would
opinion?
say the majority are unhappy.
Why?
Okay.
Why would you say
Lack of better words, the circumstances that we put ourselves in.
Right. Okay. But so it's not a narrative if it's the majority is true, man.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that, but my
these
confusion
bots, man.
is, or not even confusion, where the disconnect for me is someone like myself, where I am working to improve different areas that I see are weaknesses that are my own and that I've learned through the behavior of the women in my life and watching their marriages.
Okay.
But that's what I mean by
Where's
I
your
still
boyfriend?
feel like.
So where's your boyfriend or husband?
I actually just broke up with him, my boyfriend.
How long were you guys together?
We were together for about 5 months, 5.5.
Okay.
That's the problem right there,
Who
man.
broke it off?
I did.
There we go. That's the problem, folks. There you go. That's the problem. The problem is that it comes down that you're broken. And you're 26. You're already broken. You're making bad decisions. I mean that you keep broken with a boyfriend. Even when you're married, you're going to get a divorce. Because it's a pattern.
Why?
I wasn't happy.
So,
but it was with myself. It wasn't
let
him.
me just go ahead. Let me go ahead and just level set. You said you're 26.
Yes.
Let me just go ahead and level set you, man. I might have to work 3 times as hard to get half the credit. And guess what? That's just my lot in life. There's always going to be prejudice and discrimination and unfair treatment to any human being.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference is you either going to work to overcome it or
Amen.
you're going to let it overcome you.
Amen.
That's
Preach.
it.
And it won't be the latter.
Well, but the thing is, if you say it's see, the thing is, you shouldn't be angry about well, it's not fair, nor it's so angry. Well, what are you going to do about it though? Because here's another thing. Black women are under whose burden?
Nobody. Nothing.
Whose burden are you under?
Nothing.
Because it can't be Black men.
No, it feels like what I see. And what I see is like my parents' relationship, so my mom or my grandparents.
No. Okay, your mom's relationship and your grandparents' relationship are their relationship. You're a grown woman. It's time for your own experiences.
Peter Pan.
I
man.
agree. I do.
So when you tell me that you were mad at your father because he's not your grandfather, the first thing I'm saying is the nerve of you. The first thing I'm saying is the nerve of you. Should your father have been unhappy with you because you ain't your sister? But see, you have no problem. Black women in general have never had a problem judging Black men, even the ones that you should not judge. He's your father.
I don't feel like I'm taking the approach of being like judgmental, like you're wrong. I'm not saying that, but I am observing what I grew up around, my environment. And I'm not saying that my dad did.
Were your mother and father?
I'm not taking any.
Okay, but hold on. Were your mother and father married?
Yeah, they're married. They're still married to this day.
Right. And did you graduate high school?
I'm sorry?
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Did you graduate from college?
I did.
So your father raised a college graduate.
Damn,
He
man.
did.
What the French toast are you talking about?
She did
That's
everything.
better than most of the country.
He did everything right, man, and she's still looking for an excuse to say why she's still doing things wrong. It's basically the lack of accountability. It's just a lack of accountability. She was with a boyfriend, broke up 5 months ago, or whatever. She was with him for 5 months and broke up because now she created an environment, and a mental environment, where now this is just set up for total disaster. See what I'm saying? And she hasn't realized it yet.
Sounds like and he's still married to your mother. Sounds like he did a hell of a job to me.
That's why I also said I'm not taking anything from him.
But you said you were mad at him. You said no. You said you were mad. Earlier you said that there was a time where you were upset and mad or angry, and the nerve of you to look a gift horse in the mouth. You got what 8 out of 10 black people don't have: a father in the household. But as usual, black men still ain't good enough. So you make an issue where ain't no goddamn issue. Judging your father because he wasn't your grandfather when you got more than what most kids in their neighborhood had: a dad. A dad that was apparently good enough to stay married to your mama, raise a high school and a college graduate. Wow.
Man, they cannot see it.
And black men hear this shit.
Yeah.
Black men hear this. And they're like, well, what the fuck else are we supposed to do? Being married to a black woman and raising those and providing a lifestyle to where you graduated from high school and college and didn't end up on drugs or on the street in the penitentiary, whole house, babies all over the world. What the fuck else is the black man supposed to do? A white man could just go to work in the plant and that's good enough. A black man got to go build the goddamn plant and his kids still ain't happy. I'm not laughing. I am not fucking laughing.
I am, because I'm not angry in that way.
But I am. And black men are, because I listened to what you said. You were angry with your father for what reason? Because he wasn't another man? You don't know your grandfather. You weren't raised there. So all you had was stories that your mama told you.
Yeah.
So
most of the time, you know, it's all depending what kind of household you were raised. You know, sometimes mom or grandma would just... Hopefully, in your guys' case, you know, mom was always talking good about dad, and grandma was always talking good about grandpa. You know, but man, some of these households, man, they just bashing their husbands, man, like bashing them. But they cannot look at themselves in the mirror. That's what feminism has brought to all of us, man, and we just here experiencing it.
The stories that your mama told you versus what your daddy was doing, and had the nerve to get mad at your dad. Well, how did he feel because he couldn't be the man you thought your grandfather was? Did you ever ask him how he felt about that?
We did, yeah. We have had quite a few conversations.
And how did he feel that his dad? Of course.
But it wasn't just because of the comparison to my grandfather, and the comparisons came from what I felt like my mom did receive, that I was fighting for my dad, which was his attention. I feel like he was able to be more present with my brothers at the time than he was with me growing up, which was a part of our conversation that you're asking about. And
26 lady.
From his standpoint, he gave
how did your mother balance out these things?
My mom gave me a lot of the things that I feel like I'm working through now. Like I'm not trying to put it all on my dad. That's why I said like the women, because I noticed how she also treated and behaved with my dad. And
what you did not mention is that you were upset and angry with your mother.
That's a good question.
We just didn't get to that part.
Exactly.
You didn't lead with it.
You're believing your mom.
Pull it from you. This is the second time I've...
No,
okay,
I wasn't.
right,
I wasn't trying to withhold it. It was just
here's
a part of where my mind was.
All right, and here's another thing. All right, granted, but here's the thing. First world problems. You sound really entitled, man.
Very, very, very.
You had a mother and father who were still married. Did they provide for? Apparently, they provided for all your needs, and you worried about your wants. I didn't get what my brothers got, Oh my God. The
But I don't
selfish.
think that that's wrong for
Yeah, it
a little
is.
girl
It
to
is.
want
It
that
is.
love
Yes, it
from
is.
her dad,
Yes, it is.
though.
No, it's
Why
not wrong to
so?
want.
How
It's not
so?
wrong to want love, but it's all. But oh, this is why I say first world problems. This Disneyfication, to where the man did the best he freaking could, and it still wasn't good enough because the years his daughter should have been praising and loving her father, you were angry with him because he didn't give you what you felt you deserved or should have got or what your mama got. Oh my God.
Hard to believe.
When you have children,
You understand?
I'm sorry.
You understand, and I think she hasn't grown up from that episode of her life, whatever happened. And you have to understand, you haven't even talked with mom and see what's going on there. You putting mom like she's the angel here. No. That's not how it works.
Sorry. I didn't hear the question you asked.
I hope when you have children, you don't have to experience that level of hurt as a parent with an ungrateful child. And some of you ladies don't seem to realize that this is how so many men feel defeat. They don't even want to try. Let me go ahead and say this. This is why many men don't even want to try to do relationships or get married anymore. Because they hear this, that this woman came from an intact grandparent, nuclear family, lived a life, presumably middle class. Parents are still married. But because she didn't get the kind of love that she felt she needed or deserved or wanted, and men are saying, that's what I got to look forward to get out and go work my ass to death, to provide, to stay on the straight and narrow, to be faithful, to end up with that, to have a...
Sad. That's what feminism has, bro. Delusional, man. Ego.
All right. iPhone, you back.
This is the product of the boomers and again Generation X. That I say it, I'm going to say it again. And Kevin Samuels actually talk about this. Talk about how his generation effed up this new generation, right? And then now you have to shut them out. But it's like, for example, she's a lady, 26, already making bad decisions, but then she has daddy issues, man. It's like, how can you move that generation so broken down? With they're broken down with very simple things, man. Like they just drown. They do not understand real life problems. They don't. They don't understand having no money in their bank account, or negative that thousand in their in their bank. You know, like overdrafts. Man, they don't understand real problems, man. It's just crazy, my dude. It's crazy. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. The, life is more complicated than that. Yeah, life is more complicated than that. And not only that, when you end college and you go to the real world, people don't give a 3 DAMN about the fact that you have a degree. They don't. Can you make money with that? Can you support us? What can we get from you? The fact that you have that degree. People don't care about that. And she is in a position that she still had that Peter Pan syndrome with her. Nope. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. But this, I'm out. Peace.